Thank you, thank you.
So that matchup, well, first of all, props to you for using the Lissa outfit for Lucina.
Oh yeah,
I appreciate that.
I love Lisa.
Lissa does the
Waifu.
darn thing. But what is it? I have to know. This is my biggest question. Every time you got taken to Town City, you immediately went to Bowser. Why?
I like that stage because it's, even though there's a lot of space, there's more space for me to run around in the stage, get away from like dumb stuff by Ness. It's easier to like get away from PK fire spacing, and then I time it, shield grab, whatever. And then sometimes the up throw kills earlier, so that's one of the main reasons also. I just feel comfortable with it. I just like Town City, Bowser. Landing on platforms, because if I'm landing from high, I'm not going to get as body landing versus like lower stage like Smashville. Platforms are higher, so I get better landing with it.
Okay. Makes sense. Well, I was just wondering that because you did that like every single match you played on stream, which is like immediately to Bowser. That makes sense. Let me ask you, Lucina has been looking polished.
Yeah.
That thing is doing good. Is that more of a co-main, or you just using it for certain matchups? What's the style with that? You don't have to answer.
Kind of co-main. I love the Ness Lucina matchup. It's just so fun to give Ness because once he's off stage like low, it's free. It's like fair, then sweet spot the up B, and then you counter and GG.
You did that way too much. I mean, that whole, I think it was game 2 on Final Destination. You went deep, he went deep, and then he went to PK Thunder too, but then you teched it at the right time, and you needed that. Like, that situation, like, what was that?
Well, my teammate Tokyo helps me practice the Ness gimps.
Okay.
So in certain instances, if Ness recovers bad or it doesn't space the fair enough or anything like that, then there's enough space for me to drop zone, back air, and then counter him.
So this is a lot of practice with you.
Yeah, but mainly because my teammate plays Ness, so I'm used to like just fair off stage, wait for their dodge.
I can dig it. And with all the Nesses that make it to the top 1, you kind of just have fun in the top bracket, huh?
Yeah, I love the Ness matchup. One of my favorite matchups in this game.
I feel like you're like one of the few people who actually say, I like fighting Ness.
It depends. Like, you don't like fighting him in a corner. Like Gonzalez, at some point, he was fishing for the back throw a lot, so I just went off to the other side of the stage. I'm like, you know what? I'm not going to bother.
Yeah, I noticed that even in that match, you were on the ledge, and then like I don't know if you were expecting him to short hop or whatever, but you just ran. You completely ran. So I'm just getting away from here.
Because sometimes what that does for you, it gives you the breathing room you need, and you're like, okay, let me rethink what I'm going to do. You have like the few seconds for it. Again, with Ness at high percent, you're better off just dipping. Like, don't even bother. It's not worth it.
Yeah, if he gets close by, he gets that grab, you're hurt.
There's a lot of times where you try to challenge it, he'll spot dodge and then grab you, or just roll grab, and you're just like you face palm because it's so easy to avoid sometimes. But
pretty free.
hit by it.
What is it? I was going to ask you about Winners Finals with the whole Bowser Luigi matchup.
That's another one. It's like good and bad sometimes.
What's your opinion on it?
I think Luigi has slight advantage. At the low percents, you can like dash through the fireballs, but it's not that effective if Luigi's hovering. You can mainly get a dash attack, but sometimes if you whiff the grab, so you get punished with his grab. And then at low percents, it's just like you down throws, you get body to like 40, 50, and then it works up to like 80-ish, I think, his down throw combos. And then you whiff the up B, you die from it. You like he up B's you in exchange, and you got to be very safe with your attacks, especially at high percents. Another thing is that catching the up throw up air or the Koopa, whatever you want to call it, it's harder on Luigi because he's like floaty.
Yeah.
It's one of the.
I mean, you got it like a good 3 or 4 times. That was one of the things because I asked like before we got to top 8, I was asking like which of the 3 potential players would you want to face the most. He didn't say who he wants to face. He more so just said, I don't want to face Bowser. Because, I mean, playing Luigi, because he knew the advantages, but he didn't like the disadvantages, where he said when Bowser, like, yeah, you can combo him pretty easily, but when he gets to, like, that 80 to 100% range, it's really hard because of how early Bowser can KO. How do you feel about that?
At high percent, I'm scared, too. Once he's out of the up throw range, because this, for Luigi, it's strict percentage, because he's, like, floaty.
Right.
So you have, like, a small window to catch it, and then if you miss it, then you're like, okay, now I need a backup kill plan. And that's when I think Luigi has the advantage because his kill options are safer than yours. And kind of got to high risk it. Like, if you go for the side B, the spot dodge, you get a sub B.
Yeah.
If you try to get, like, backed off stage, Gim, his rolls and spot dodge are hard to catch, too, if you don't have up B timing. And then there's sometimes when you do up B and then he shields it and then you get up B for it. So I think Luigi does win at high percents for that reason.
So you're more comfortable in that upper high percent, like between like 70?
Mid up to like 80. Once it gets to like 100, it gets crazy because then his fireballs start to stun you, and then you're just like, oh, now I gotta find something. I gotta find a backup plan to kill him.
Well, I mean, you have a phenomenal Bowser. Just you playing patiently. You were getting the grabs that you needed to. The pivot. Your pivots are A1. I love them.
Yeah.
Like,
You want to do it when they're landing.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
I mean, like, is there anything you want to say about the people that you face tonight?
GG's to everyone. I think Chiba was annoying to fight because me Gunner, I don't know the matchup. And I feel like
Oh yeah, that matchup. That was fun.
when you're playing against like Bowser, me bro, it's just like you don't even want to play the game. You can't play Smash.
He controls the matchup. It's those minds.
Yeah, like I went Cloud. I never feel happy about winning with Cloud because Cloud is like Cloud.
Yeah.
But sometimes you have to, and I don't think some matches Bowser like struggles in like that. And if I had like maybe a 3 out of 5, I could have thought about it more, maybe a different stage. But I think that Morph Bomb is like, or whatever it's called, there's
a lot of shield damage, a lot of active frame time.
If you try to like do anything to it as Bowser, from what I was testing, you get like hit by it. So
really difficult to deal with.
Yeah.
But all right, what is this? This has been Smash and Clash 14. Again, congratulations to Chaos. Make sure you guys show him that love. His Twitter is literally right there.
Chaos_DB. I'm on it occasionally, but it was fun today. I haven't been here ever. This is the first time. I forgot who was 6-0 UX here one time.
Yeah, he was here.
I was wishing he was here. I want to play him. I never played him in bracket.
Come back every Wednesday, 7 p.m. man.
Yeah, see, depending on the work schedule, but
true. We adults out here.
All right. Thanks for the interview.
Thank you. Make sure you guys show Clash Tournament some love. Follow me on Twitter as well. And